All right, coaches. I'm going to show you quickly how to set up the 2-2-1 half court press. This is a very effective press, but I just want you to know that the areas that are going to be vulnerable are going to be, the layup right here. So, as you can see, that's where it's at. The key components of this thing are going to be pressing, and I apologize, I got all this stuff on there, but trying to trap them here in this area or here in this area. So it's gonna take your guards a little bit of effort. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this screen up. All right, so here we are. We got a clean screen, and I'm going to show you how this thing's gonna look. All right, your goal is to get the ball handler. Get the ball handler to get to the sideline. You're going to trap in that sideline. So what I like to do is I like to have one of my guards take the ball up. If they're smart, the team's going to try and draw a press or a trap right here. You don't want that to happen. You want this player to corral, like a cattle, corral this guy to the sideline. And what you want to do is you want to trap right here. That's your key. If nothing else, you want to get that trap right there. If you can effectively trap that player, these two players really become three because they can't step back across that line. So that is your goal, is to set that trap up. Now, while you're setting that up, this is a zone defense. So you want everybody to move into the right spots, right? Like we're going to have players out here. And they're going to put their players in the gaps. Okay? So you want to be in a position where these two can be trappers, and that's their job. They're yelling, ball, 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 trap, trap, trap. They're trapping. This player wants to position him or herself in a spot where they can be interceptors. This player also wants to be an interceptor. They want to intercept those lob passes, those bad passes, whatever it is. And you got to be careful that this player throws over a pass and it goes over this player's head. You're going to be at a disadvantage. Okay, so they just need to be smart here. That's it. If you can run this half court press like this, and you can effectively trap them there to where they just kind of throw the ball up, it's going to be good to go. They're going to make it every once in a while, and they're going to get nice, easy layups. That's the weakness of any one of these types of trap defenses. But that's the concept, really, is just getting the ball there. Now, what does it look like on the other side? The other side, it's the same thing. Essentially, you will want to have, you'll want to have your, if the ball's coming down on this side, you want to corral that person over. And you will want to trap with two trappers right across the line. Don't go here. Let them get across the line so that you have that third defender, which is the sideline. Now let's just say that, and you want your players to come over. You're working on the trap. Same thing, right? You want everybody to trap. So you got two trappers, two interceptors, and one safety who could also be an interceptor. Now, if they somehow get that ball over, You want everybody to convert quickly. So now this player is pushing this over and everybody's moving. And we're trying to get the ball to the sideline again. I'll just throw the ball over there. You're trying to work. And one key thing on this is don't let your defenders get so close. Because what happens? They attack the defender, and then they're switching direction, and now they're in the middle. Keep a reactionary gap. Keep those hands up. Just keep them corralled into the right spot. That's all we're trying to do is just keep them corralled into the right spot. Once they get that trap set up, they can move in, force them to pick up their dribble, and now they're looking for that pass again. And everybody rotates over. Just like we did. So we have 2 trappers. We have 2 interceptors. Now, every once in a while, they're going to pass out of that, and the ball's going to get into the corner. And that's a bad thing. But if it's in the corner, remember, we can still trap. So if the ball's in the corner, you can still do what you got to do to trap the ball. Everyone's going to come over, and I'm sure I've got my players mixed up on who would be where, but that's okay. What I like to do is when the ball's in the corner, I'm trapping, but if they get it out of the corner, I'm falling back into whatever zone defense I want to be in. If I want to be in a 3-2, I'm popping in because, once the ball gets here, you're not pushing them over to the. You're not pushing them up here anymore. They're not going there. So at this moment, you're just falling back into whatever zone you're running. So if you're running your 3-2 zone, you're falling into the 3-2. I like to just have my guys pick up a man and just play it out. And then you can, execute this again. So key thing is for the half court press is getting them into these, little corners here, these trap zones, which really requires you to divide the court down the middle, and you're just corralling that guard into that spot. You got to keep them out of this middle. Super important. So that's how you set up the 2-2-1 zone, and that's the objective.